Welcome to the deep dive on BusinessRadio.media. It's fantastic to be connecting with you today, and this is a bit of a special exploration for us.
It is indeed.
We're marking a pretty significant milestone, the 15th anniversary of M2G, a firm that's, well, really deeply embedded in the Polish food and agriculture sector.
Absolutely. 15 years. That's, a long time dedicated to such a critical part of the Polish economy. It's definitely noteworthy.
It really is.
And for you, our listener, maybe you're leading a business in that food and agri space. Well, this deep dive should give you some valuable insights.
Yeah, definitely.
Insights into why M2G has become, such a key player. And maybe more importantly, what that could actually mean for your strategic decisions.
Right.
We're going to try and unpack their specific expertise, how it translates into real benefits for owners and CEOs, people like you listening.
Absolutely. We've got some compelling information here that really lays out M2G's journey and their focused achievements. Our goal today, let's try and cut through the noise, highlight the real practical value they're bringing.
Sounds good.
So let's just get right into it.
Okay.
So one thing that jumps out immediately, M2G has been consistently supporting food and agri companies, specifically with capital transactions, since 2010.
Right.
That's, 15 years?
Yeah.
Solid targeted experience.
That focus, that laser focus, it's critical, isn't it? They explicitly say they are the only transaction advisory company in Poland solely dedicated to food and agri.
The only one. Wow.
Yeah. So this isn't just, general financial advice. It's deep understanding cultivated right there within your specific industry.
So they really know the players, the dynamics.
Exactly. That specialization means they have unique insights, maybe into consolidation trends in, say, the Polish dairy sector, for instance, things a generalist might totally miss.
Even opportunities or pitfalls.
Could be either. It's not just knowing the names, it's understanding those intricate relationships, the future paths within specific subsectors.
That makes a huge difference, doesn't it? Anyone listening who's in this sector knows the Polish food and agri market has its own rhythm, its own challenges.
Completely.
Now, the material we've got here, it details a pretty comprehensive suite of services M2G offers. Should we walk through those?
Certainly. Yeah, let's break it down. So when it comes to mergers and acquisitions, M&A, they guide you whether you're looking to buy.
Grow the footprint, maybe.
Right. Or if you're considering selling your own business.
Okay.
If you're on the buying side, M2G helps you pinpoint potential targets. They'll discreetly check if they're open to talks.
Discreetly, yeah. That's important.
Very. Then they develop valuation models, outline the key points for an initial offer.
Okay, and what if you're thinking of selling?
Well, then they essentially prep you for the entire process.
Prep you how?
Well, it's more than just paperwork. It includes stress testing your operations. Identifying the KPIs that really resonate with investors in this specific space, food and agri. Even getting your management team ready for that intense due diligence scrutiny.
Right, because that can be tough.
It can. And they help you craft that compelling story, that equity story. Strategize to maximize value. They do internal valuations, prepare all the docs.
NDAs, information memorandums, all that.
All of that, yes.
It sounds very hands-on.
It is. And they also take on finding and reaching out to potential investors, managing that often complex due diligence, coordinating with your other advisors, overseeing the actual negotiations, even helping with the final share purchase agreement.
So really, end-to-end, start to finish.
Pretty much. Full lifecycle support.
Okay. And beyond just the buying and selling M&A, they also have expertise in capital raising and debt financing. Obviously vital for growth.
Exactly. Super important. They help prepare investment proposals, conduct really deep sector analyses to back up your financing needs.
And they know the banks,
the
investors.
Well, yeah, given their established relationships with financial institutions, private investors, the ones active in Polish food and agri, they can help you figure out the best financing structure.
Right, whether it's for an acquisition.
Or investing in new equipment, CapEx, project finance, even refinancing existing debt or restructuring it.
Okay, so that's the transactional side covered pretty well. M&A, capital raising.
Yeah.
But you mentioned their value goes deeper, rooted in understanding the Polish food and agri landscape. The sources really hammer home this strict specialization.
Yeah, and it's not just, anecdotal knowledge from being around.
Yeah.
No, M2G actively develops these detailed analyses, competitiveness within specific subsectors, market entry strategies, profitability studies for big investments, independent business reviews.
So real data-driven insights.
Exactly. That kind of focused insight, it can be invaluable when you're making those big strategic calls.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting for me. What truly differentiates M2G? In this specialized field, what makes them, stand out from the crowd?
Well, several factors really contribute. First, as we've said, that deep industry knowledge. Being the only dedicated firm in Poland, that's huge.
Definitely.
And they've cultivated direct relationships with the key players, the big names in the Polish market, over 2 decades.
20 years. How does that network actually help a client? In a specific deal, say?
Well, those deep roots mean they have up-to-the-minute knowledge. Market shifts, whispers, what's happening straight from the companies and investors shaping the sector, both Polish and international.
Oh, okay. Real-time intel.
Pretty much. Plus, their team brings this powerful blend, transactional and operational experience.
Meaning,
they haven't just advised food and agri companies, they've actually held management roles within them.
oh, interesting. So they've been on both sides of the table.
Exactly. That dual perspective, it's quite rare and very valuable.
And it seems they have a significant network of international contacts, too.
They do, built up over years, collaborating with leading advisory firms that specialize in food industry stuff globally.
So that gives clients
Access to decision makers internationally, current intel on global trends, valuation benchmarks. They can even help spot potential acquisition targets over in Europe and confidentially sound out international investors about interest in Polish companies.
Wow, okay. That reach is significant. And finally, their operational model. It sounds like it's built for efficiency and discretion.
Precisely. They really emphasize a hands-on approach. They guarantee the highest confidentiality. They promise immediate reaction if things change.
Which they always do in deals.
Right. Prompt information flow, rigorous procedures, but crucially, without the cumbersome bureaucracy you might find in bigger organizations.
More nimble, maybe?
That's a good way to put it, yes.
Now, the info we have also highlights some selected projects. So 2010 to 2024, it's quite an impressive list. Shows their experience right across the value chain.
Yeah, you see their involvement in deals for many well-known Polish names. Graal SA, Conspol, Maspex, Lactopol.
Familiar names?
Definitely. Covering a really diverse range, processing, production, you name it. And they've also done these crucial investment project evaluations for big players like Indicpol SA, Krajowa Grupa Spółdzielcza.
And it looks like they're not just working with Polish firms either.
That's right. Good point. Their client list includes foreign food and agri players, companies like Sumitomo Corporation, Vanda Mortelle, Lampman and Unibake, Dehisio Pace.
So global companies trust their Polish market expertise.
It certainly demonstrates their international reach and that trust, yes.
Their work with financial sponsors also caught my eye.
Absolutely. The fact that firms like Royalton Partners, Resource Partners, Arx Equity Partners, the fact that they've partnered with M2G, that speaks volumes.
Confidence from the investment community.
Within this specific sector, definitely. They know M2G understands food and agri.
And this track record, it's clearly driven by a strong team. We see Marek Komorowski, the managing partner, over 25 years experience, banking, advisory, Rabobank Polska.
A lot of deep experience there. And Maciej Bąkowiak, the project manager, he's been key in leading M2G's project since 2018. Came up through the firm as an analyst, too.
So continuity there.
Yeah. Their combined experience, plus their approach, they bring in specialized advisors when needed for a specific project. It just underscores their commitment to getting the best results for clients.
Okay, so let's try and bring it all together. For you, the listener, the owner or CEO of a food or agribusiness tuning in right now, what's the core takeaway? Why should M2G be on your radar, especially now at their 15-year mark?
I think the central point really is their specialized expertise. Pure and simple. They possess this intimate understanding of your specific market,
Right.
the unique challenges you face, the growth opportunities available specifically within Polish food and agriculture, and that 15-year history of successful deals. It shows they can navigate this complex landscape effectively.
So whether you're maybe looking at strategic acquisitions for growth or perhaps planning an exit, wanting to realize the value you've built, or needing crucial financing to expand, or even if you just need deep data-driven insights on market trends or investment feasibility.
Then M2G offers that tailored support. grounded in, all that experience and their network we've talked about.
And that hands-on approach seems key, too.
It really is. Their hands-on involvement, that unwavering commitment to confidentiality, the proactive communication, it's all designed for a smooth, efficient process.
Allowing you to focus on running the business.
Exactly, while they handle the complexities of the transaction.
Okay. It's pretty clear that over these past 15 years, M2G has really cemented itself as a vital advisor in the Polish food and agri sector. Their focused expertise, that impressive list of projects, the strong network, it makes them a compelling partner for any owner or CEO in this industry who's thinking about big capital moves.
And what's compelling to me is the depth of that understanding, the customized approach. It isn't just about, executing transactions like a machine. It's about providing strategic guidance, rooted in understanding the food and agri-market's specific dynamics and aligning that with your unique business goals.
Exactly. So if you're out exploring opportunities, expansion, consolidation, securing your company's future in this always evolving food and agri landscape, M2G offers a real wealth of focused experience, a dedicated team to help navigate those critical decisions. We'd certainly encourage you to think about how their unique specialization could be a valuable asset for your business.
And maybe this deep dive raises a question for you, our listener. As you look ahead for your own food or agribusiness, what strategic moves are you contemplating? And, how might the dedicated expertise of a firm like M2G provide that specialized support you need to actually turn those ambitions into reality?
Definitely something to mull over.
It certainly is, worth exploring further.